If you are a regular real estate investor in Lagos, then you need to watch this video. I'm right aside from Market Shelter Limited, your favorite real estate broker right here in the city of Lagos, and it's my pleasure to have you. So today we are looking at 6 reasons why properties in Lagos are very expensive. Number 1 is cost of acquisition. So whether you are buying from an individual, a family, or money, government, or developer, it will require you to spend a lot of money. One of the reasons for this is that there are limited land in Lagos being chased by a lot of investors for both residential and commercial purposes. This contributes to the high cost of acquisition, which means that for you to own a property in Lagos, a lot of money is involved. The number 2 reason is documentation. Owning a property in Lagos, documentation is the most important factor you must consider, because without documentation, you are likely to lose your real estate investment. Don't forget what I said in the first point I made that about acquisition, where I did mention that we have very limited land space in Lagos being chased by a lot of persons. The cost of carrying out that documentation in Lagos is very high. Most time it runs into millions and billions of naira. Another thing is that it differs location by location, which means the cost of getting a certificate of occupancy in Ikoyi will surely be higher than the cost of getting a C of O in Ibejuleki or Ekwe, especially if you bought an untitled land or a property that, let's say the title is Gazette, and you want to get a C of O, which is the most secured title in Lagos, or in the property already has a C of O, and as a secondary buyer you want to get a governor's consent. Now, talking about documentation, very recently the Lagos state government announced an increase in the cost of documentation in the state. According to a recent report, land transaction fees in Lagos have gone up significantly as the state recalibrate fair market value (FMV) of properties to reflect current market realities. The affected fees include governor's consent, stamp duties, registration, capital contribution levy, charting, and miscellaneous fees. This now brings us to the number 3 reason why properties in Lagos cost a lot of money, and that is development. Developing a property in Lagos costs a lot of money. Whether you are doing land development or you are doing housing development, it costs a lot of money. Why? Because this development involves a lot of things. It involves approvals from the state government. You have to get building approval, you have to get fencing approval, you have to get a lot of approvals, and these processes usually cost a lot of money, running into millions of naira. Aside the approvals, we talk about provision of basic infrastructure. If it's an estate development, you need to do drainage, you need to do road, you need to do electricity, you need to have 24/7 security. All the amenities that will make living enjoyable cost a lot of money, especially in new town development areas. These infrastructures are not usually in place, and so as a developer you cannot build a house and people cannot access it, and because of that you have to do a road through which your buyers, your investors, or the residents will have to access their properties. Even if you are building your personal house, you will still have to pay all manner of approvals for you to build in Lagos. The number 4 reason why properties in Lagos are very expensive is cost of building materials. As I already mentioned, it takes a lot to develop a property. The constant rise in cost of building materials such as cement, board, all of the finishing material, because don't forget that quality finishing requires quality materials, and quality materials are very expensive. The number 5 reason why properties in Lagos are very expensive is demand and supply. The high demand of properties in Lagos over time affects the price of properties. And don't forget what I mentioned at the initial, which is the fact that we have very limited land space in Lagos, being chased by over 22 million people who live in Lagos. Majority of the real estate demand in Nigeria today takes place in Lagos. And now the last but not the least, which is number 6, and that is exchange rate. The constant negative changes of naira to dollar is having a very negative impact on prices of properties in Lagos. And the reason is simple. Over 60% of the materials used for construction and housing development in Lagos are imported. It then means that transactions for these materials is done in dollar. Developers spend more to buy quality materials that can be used for quality finishing. As a result, they end up spending more. This is also one of the reasons why today in Lagos, it is commonly said that Lagos properties is not for everybody, because due to the high cost of these properties, the average Nigerian or even Lagosian cannot afford these properties. The developers spend so much money to buy materials for both exterior and interior finishing, and at the end of the day, it is the buyers that bear the brunt. And so the solution becomes that once we're able to locally outsource majority of the construction material that we use for housing development, prices of properties in Lagos and Nigeria at large will be reduced. I strongly believe you've got a lot of value from this video today. Before you go, if you are yet to like this video, please go ahead now, like this video, comment, share very widely, subscribe and turn on your notification bell for free so you can always get interesting updates on this platform. Thank you for watching. Bye for now till I see you in my next video.